example of using the low light option on the camera. Right now I'm shooting indoors in a scene that's very dimly lit, and I have the camera on program automatic. So that means under function, I'm using program AE for the exposure, okay? And for the most part, we've got an image here, it's quite dim. It would be nice if it was a little bit brighter. The camera has different exposure modes and some that are dedicated to low light. So if I press function, back to recording programs, I can change to low light. This is one of the scene options here. Okay, there are some different scenes for doing spotlight, or if you happen to be shooting with a housing underwater, or if you're shooting fireworks. In this case, I'm going to ask for the low light setting. Okay, and that will help to brighten up the image a little bit. But what it's done is it's lengthened the shutter speed. So you'll notice that the motion is not quite as smooth now. If you wave your hand for a second, you notice this hand is sort of blurred in between. Okay? That's because we're using the low light setting and we've got a longer shutter speed. The image is a bit brighter, but we've sacrificed the ability to capture smooth motion. So for your low light shot, you want to do one with regular program automatic exposure and a second shot using the low light setting. All right, that's good. Okay, here's the last one we're going to do. Adjusting the shutter speed. Turn these back up. Okay, ready to record? Okay. To adjust the shutter speed to see the effect, we're going to do two shots again. One with a normal shutter speed or a low shutter speed, and one with a fast shutter speed. And we'll see that it changes the effect on motion in the picture. So here's what we can do to adjust shutter speed. I'm going to press function again, back into my recording program. This time I'm going to ask for shutter priority because I want to control the shutter speed. And now you'll notice that there are shutter speed numbers up on the screen here, and I can change between different shutter speeds. So I'm going to shoot a clip first at a low shutter speed, a 1/6 of 1 second. Okay, typically video is being shot at least 30 or 60 frames per second. In this case, we're down to just 1/6. Okay, and I'm going to record a snippet here. And if you can wave your hand quickly, Jim. So we see the hand waving there, but it's quite blurred in between. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording, and now I'm going to change the shutter speed again to something substantially higher. You're going to want to shoot with lots of light when you do this series, because as we increase the shutter speed, light level is dropping. Okay, so maybe I can get away with shooting at 2/50th of a second, and I'll start shooting again. Want to wave your hand again, Jim? Okay, and you should notice now, that's good, that his hand is much sharper. Let's play back these two clips. I'm going to put the camera into playback mode. Here's the first clip with the blurred hand. And watch here, as his hand comes up, you can see it blurred in between the different frames. There's his hand, and it's quite clearly blurred in between those different frames. Okay? Here's the second shot that we did with the faster shutter speed. And look at his hand there. Okay? Much sharper than it was in the other shot. Okay? So fast shutter speed is above about a 1/25th of a second. Slow shutter speed below a 30th of a second. You can shoot this indoors or outdoors, it's up to you. But you've got to make sure from the main menu here that you head under function, okay? And you want to set the exposure program to shutter priority, and then you want to adjust the shutter speed so that you can increase or decrease the shutter speed. Okay, that's good.